Blessings and welcome back, everyone, to the Priestess Prophecies. It is Priestess Melissa. It's so good to be with you again today and share some energy with you. Well, we are going to get into the messages for today and see what is coming out. What I'm going to be using today will be the Crystal Mandala Oracle cards. This will give us a crystal that we can work with, as well as a affirmation that we can say over the course of the day as we work with this crystal. So if you resonate with this energy, we're going to see how that plays out for you. And, you know, coming out of this tough period where we had so many planets in retrograde, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, I believe was the other one. But we just had a new moon in bulk. There's so much right now that Spirit is asking us to, focus upon what is really best for us. So we're going to see today what that might be. Sit with me for just a moment. Take a nice, slow, deep breath, a couple of those as we connect with our angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides, infinite Spirit, to bring through the messages that are most needed today. For the highest good, so it is, so it is, so it is. Awesome. Thank you again so much for joining me today. How was your week? All right. Well, let's see what is going on here today. I love working with crystals. They definitely give you an opportunity to really, sit with the energy that is coming through with them and think about what it is that you're working on. I'm going to get just one card out today. What it is that you need to work on. What will really assist you the most at this time? Well, let's see what came out here today. Again, this is going to give us a crystal as well as an affirmation for this particular one. This is Ascended Master White Matthew and Danburite. This is a very beautiful crystal talking about original self. This is getting back to who you are. And I was feeling that energy of, maybe you're really just rediscovering yourself. And maybe for the first time, you're really figuring out what you like, who you are, and what is your place in life. You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? What are you here to do? Maybe this is the time that you're really ready to step into that, I guess you could say that origin of who you are, to really understand where you come from and what you're here to do again and how to manifest that. But this means purifying yourself, getting down to the nitty-gritty of things, clearing out what you need to clear out so that you really can see who it is that you are. All right, so let's look this up real quick. This is a 30 card. So this is all about collaborating with Spirit. When we add those numbers together, right, it comes to a 3. And 3s are always about that divine masculine, divine feminine aspect and connecting with Spirit, right? So we're actually connecting, who we truly are and bringing that forth. We bring you the blessing of original self. As you progress through your life, learning and growing, you gain wisdom. And as this happens, many of the layers of identity begin to fall away. What you believed yourself to be is shown to be much more than clothing, your soul wore for a time. You have outgrown it. It is no longer a good fit. It contains too much, doesn't reflect your personality, vibrancy, uniqueness, and beauty. So you discard it. Perhaps you are able to be more spiritually naked. The sense of who you are becomes simpler. You are just you. Others may or may not get you. But nonetheless, you are still just you. You are freeing yourself from the projections of others, of the world, and simply living as your original, radiant, divine self. So again, just as I was seeing with this card, it is getting down to where you need to, understanding who you are. And you may need to step back and take some time to really do that. And especially to not even listen. Well, definitely step back from those people that may be projecting that way towards you and giving you a hard time about being able to step out and, show who you are, especially if this is something that you're doing from a pure heart and pure intentions and things like that. So this is an affirmation that you can say 3 times is usually the magic. All right. I discover, express, love, and honor the original, real, divine self. I discover, express, love, and honor the original, real, divine me. My apologies, it was me. I discover, express, love, and honor the original, real, divine me. And don't we feel the best when we're honoring ourselves, when we're just being who we truly are? We don't feel like we have to be something for somebody else, because we never feel our best when we're in that energy, when we feel like we're having to live up to somebody else's expectations or dreams and things of that nature. There should be a way of being able to honor yourself even within a relationship, and allow the other person to be themselves and discover who they are, right? This shouldn't be a competition of any sort with you or anyone else. This is simply about becoming who you are, discovering who you are, and honoring that aspect of yourself. It doesn't want to stay up today. Are we having a little trouble with our balance perhaps, and really getting into that space of accepting ourselves? So 3 is going to show us today, and the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, we're going to get a couple out from those just to see what's going on. First out is Guinevere with True Love. Whoop, too many cards there. We just want 1 card. First we have Guinevere out with True Love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So, this is something you've been waiting for. And this comes when you heal within yourself, when you know who you are, when you know what that love looks like, because you've been giving it to yourself, right? So if you've been waiting for that divine love to come into play, just know that as you're honoring your original self, being who you are, you're going to bring this true love towards you. All right, coming out with that is Akira and the blossoming card. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up, right? So it can be a little challenging as we're going through this process of maybe being alone a little bit more and discovering who we truly are, right? And starting to do things that really help us to tap into, again, that unique aspect. When I think of original self, I think of how unique we are and that uniqueness that we all offer to this world, and how can we tap into that even more. So by tapping into that, again, coming out is the true love, the blossoming. Everything is going to start to really just come forth in your life, and you're actually going to start to feel much happier. It's going to make sense. Green Tara, start delegating. This says ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself, right? So this is, when we're talking about the original self, we're talking about tapping in to that spirit of who we are, that most divine aspect of ourselves, honoring, what is important to us and what we really want to bring forth and express into this life. Green Tara is here to work with the heart space energy and to help radiate out that love, that blossoming energy that you're starting to tap into now, and really allow people to see who you truly are, so that you can start to see people for who they truly are, more importantly, right? Because we want to be able to be clear about who we're dealing with and who we're, working with, if you will, and everything starts to really blossom and, expand, if you will, just like the energy in this green Tara card, when maybe we can go into that space or to that area out in nature. This is in the mountains, right? Where we can allow ourselves to tap into that expansive love, that divine love, true and unconditional love, right? And when we're tapping into that Guinevere energy, we think about knights and, princesses and different things like that, right? So this is that kind of energy, though, that we're tapping into within ourselves, that we're allowing to blossom out, because we have that ability to do so. Let's get into the psychic tarot here and see what comes out for true love and the original self. What's coming out for this card today? We have patience and planning. So this is making that plan with spirit. It's figuring out, what do you need to change? What do you need to work on that's going to help you to tap into this beautiful love energy, right? Balance everything out. That's the divine masculine and feminine aspects being balanced out, choosing wisely with that 7 card, or the number 7, right? So it's choosing to allow the divine to shine that light down into your life, to be that pure, like innocent type of love that really helps you to feel good, and to, when you connect with people in that way, where there's that purity and no one's hiding things and everyone is open. Accelerated motion, yes, it allows everything to move forward so fast. Wish upon that star. Believe in having that beautiful life, that spirit will bring that to you with 8. So we've got a progression here from 7 to 8. You're moving towards what it is that you truly want when you go into that space, like with green Tara here, right? See the mountain energy again there? And she is really looking at what is going to be that wish fulfillment for her, and to work with spirit to bring that into balance and forth. And here, sorry, we had a card fly off the table, guys. Prosperity begins. This is beautiful. This is all about bearing that fruit. And when we're sitting in that Guinevere energy, it's almost like the Empress energy, right? And when we are making those connections in the right ways, the seed can grow. The, tree can bear the fruit that we're looking to see in our lives. That is beautiful. What about this blossoming energy? Shadow. You may be coming up against someone who may be trying to prevent a lot, again with that projection, saying things, or, just being in an energy of maybe competition, or, not as happy with themselves because maybe you're doing better and that kind of thing. But you should not have to feel bad about blossoming and becoming more of that pure, beautiful energy that you probably are stepping into right now. This is all about, in the end, where is our spiritual path leading us? And are we connecting with people, situations, and things of that nature that are truly going to help us along that path and bring us to that point of really connecting with who we are, you know what I mean? Because that's the point of these divine relationships, or what they're supposed to be. And the waiting game is here. So there may be, again, some things that are holding you back from really allowing that tree to bear the fruit like we've been wanting. But you definitely got your heart in the right place with that Guinevere energy. Divine timing may be in play here to balance everything out, those shadow aspects that may be affecting your life and affecting your ability to be able to step out and be who you truly are. It's making a decision here too with that number 2 card, right? It's like you can only take one path, and then, like, the sands are only going in one direction at a time, kind of thing. So it's kind of like you can't be in 2 minds. You have to make a decision of which way that you're going to go, which path you're going to take, kind of thing. Emotional loss, 5. This is definitely, sometimes when we are moving forward or making these decisions with that number 5 card. The Amorite, that talks about, it contains all of the elements of nature within it. Again, all the 4 directions. So air, fire, water, spirit. This is really connecting at that heart level and knowing exactly what it is that you need to do. It may be hard to make some of the decisions that you need to make as far as moving forward to becoming who you truly are. And it may, of course, cause some emotional loss as you're perhaps having to leave behind, but remembering very tenderly and fondly of, what it was that you have had in the past and what's brought you to this point, and more importantly, what's going to serve you and moving you forward into really stepping into who you truly are. Green Tara today with emotional withdrawal. So this is definitely working on that heart space energy, grounding, because he's there, at the water. So it's like that merging point of, spirit and matter, at the water being the emotional aspect. And he's got the prayer hands there with the number 8. So this is definitely asking, he's calling in this person to ask spirit to help, to put the plan together, to put that, have the patience to put the plan together, to, spend the time with spirit to see exactly what is it, who am I, what do I need to know, how can I regain my energy. You see the chakras, the rainbow energy back here, regaining your balance, your footing, if you will, your sea legs, however that may be. There's a few different terms that are coming through right now, but you're definitely stepping into this power. There is going to be rejoice and celebration at the end of all of this, because you are connecting again in that 3 energy with spirit. You're balancing out the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, how you can be kinder and more loving, but at the same time, how you can, sometimes in that tough love way, push yourself and encourage yourself to finish your goals, and come to the end, the completion, so you can have these celebrations, right? Celebrating within yourself as well as celebrating with other people. You know what I mean? Other people that really do have your best interest at heart, and they're so happy to see that you've come to this place where you've allowed yourself to move through all of your challenges and come out in this very harmonious energy. And this could be, you connecting with a soulmate energy, someone perhaps that through this journey, or at the end of the journey, you meet someone. It could go either way with this situation. But what's most important, Spirit is saying, is to tap into that energy of knowing who you truly are, because then that's going to bring the right person, the one that you can trust. When you look into their eyes and you feel that connection, when you touch, it's just as if you're putting your own hands together in that prayer position, and you feel just as calm and peaceful with connecting with this person. You're celebrating inside, right? With yourself, with other people, perhaps with this new love. We're going to do a romance angel card here at the end, because I just wanted to see, since we were talking about doing a love reading, for this week, but I just wanted to get an idea of what is love looking like for this reading. So healing family issues came out, and I feel like this is so important, because if you think about the original self, right, we think about like the types of dynamics of relationships that we've seen growing up, especially within our own families, right? And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So many times, well, it is what it is. The first 7 years of your life, you're totally going by emotions and, how you feel about what you're seeing. The mind aspect is not able to really tap in and, work at that level. It's not developed enough to be able to be used from that logical standpoint just yet. And what this is talking about with getting back to the original self is, you may not be able to make everything 100% better within your relationships with your family and things of that nature. But what you are able to do is heal those aspects within yourself. Like what you did see when, you know, you saw manipulation or you saw the arguing and different things like that, and you know that that's not the right way to go, and you're definitely going to make a difference in your life and in the lives of those that you bring forward, especially your children. You know, if you choose to have children, this is very important, you know, to be able to tap into that harmonious relationship and things of that nature. It involves really letting go of what we need to, connecting with spirit, right? And seeing what it is that we really need to see so that we know how to be that healed person moving forward and to be able to move into, once again, those beautiful, harmonious relationships that we know are possible. You are blossoming, and Green Tara is asking you to connect today, to either give it to spirit or, you know, even in the mundane, to have people just start helping you with things that would make your life a lot easier. All right. So blessings to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so I keep it growing. And I will see you soon for another message. Bye for now.